I now call on the Minister for Health and Medical Services, the Honourable Dr. Ibrahimi Wanganimbet. You have the floor, sir.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. I thank the Honourable Member for that question. Honourable Speaker, a non-communicable disease during this outbreak continues, and therefore we need to be able to look after all Fijians who had non-communicable disease. Initially, in the outbreaks, when the health centers, hospitals were closed, certainly during that time there were challenges because the specialist outpatient department clinics were also closed. What we did, though, was actually ask the clinical services networks, ask the command centers, and also the facilities to come up with a plan. And they did so. And we heard a little bit about it in the ministerial statement on Monday, in which one of the things that was actually utilized very well was the use of virtual platforms and also the telehealth line, which is 165. So 165, that 165, if you needed retrieval, you then press number 1. And then line 3 was for those who had acute medical conditions and cardiac conditions and diabetes care. Line 4 was for mental health support. And those who had children who need specialist clinics by the pediatricians, they would then link on to line number 5. Those who need specialist surgical clinics, line 6, and for our women and mothers needing obstetrics and gynecological care, line 7, cancer and cancer support services, line 8, and for those who needed specialist eye care, then were able to link on to line number 9, line 9 from the 165. This was done in addition to the fact that the specialists themselves, the doctors, took it upon themselves to be in contact with the patients, get their list, and actually liaise with the patients on how best to be able to do a clinic for them. In some instances, it was through phone calls, it was through Zoom, it was using Viber platforms, it was using all those virtual platforms that are available. And also, as I've alluded to in the ministerial statement, then the prescription was then generated and they could pick it up from an identified health facility. So, for example, in the midst of the COVID-19, and therefore it was difficult to be able to come to CWM, the specialists were doing their clinics using the virtual platforms from either their home or at CWM, but they were able to pick up the prescription, our patients, at the nearest facility that was identified to them near to where they are. And we've also seen that the majority of the people that were being looked after in the Lamino-Sori corridor per se were predominantly in the Disuni area. So Valilevu, Makoi, and Nakasi health centers, pharmacies were actually effectively used. And I've also said that in some instances, in the ministerial statement, there were patients that actually the Fiji Pharmaceutical and Biomedical Services used their assets to actually deliver the prescriptions to them. So it was challenging, but they've been able to come up with their own processes of how they were able to do it. And I'm very grateful to the many forms and the many ways in which our health professionals, also working with our partners, are able to go forward and look after the NCD needs of our people. Thank you.
Thank the Honourable Minister.